Hello everyone, welcome back to 说说 Chinese 说说中文 I'm Shuo, your Chinese native speaking teacher living in Bangkok, Thailand. Today, let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about happiness. As you may know, we have many words in Chinese that mean happy. What are the difference between them? Today, I will explain the difference between these 5 words. I already arranged them from the happiness that is short term to the happiness that is long term. But before today's lesson gets started, I want to show you a 广告 of my group conversational class. If you already have chances to speak Chinese, you can skip this 广告 and directly go to this time point. But if you don't have chance to use the Chinese that you have learned and you are interested in this group conversational lesson, keep watching. And you don't have to decide now. During this video lesson or after it, whenever you think that I'm good at teaching Chinese and you trust me that I can help you improve your Chinese level, feel free to contact me through WeChat or email. I started my group class last year around this time. And I have to say that it was a disaster at the beginning. I had been teaching online one-on-one classes for 3 years by that time. But I never thought that the private classes and group classes could be so different. But I do think that I'm gifted in teaching, because soon I figured out the best way of teaching group classes online, which is to introduce the content before the class. Ask the student to do homework to prepare. And during the class, we just review.Test how well the students did the preparation.
这个词的意思是，比如说我是一只狗，然后我要吃一块骨头，然后这块骨头很硬，我不可以这样吃，我必须啃是对的。
Answer their remaining questions.
感人是形词，为什么放在后面呢？
Basic subject adjective，对吧？Of course you can say adjective plus a noun. You can also say subject adjective.
And most importantly, use the new words and grammar to talk about how the topics from the lesson are relevant to your culture and what you think about some of the included material.
视频有一个季节的效果，有一个很有意思的效果。
Have you ever skipped the homework from your one-on-one lesson? Well, you won't do that if it is a group class. The peer competition will give you motivation or even a little bit pressure to finish the homework. Over time, the investment will totally pay you back. During the past year, I kept improving the classes. And now, I'm just so confident to say, my group classes can truly help you improve your Chinese level and boost your confidence and motivation to speak Chinese. And at the same time, you get to meet some friends from around the world who are also keen Chinese learners. And I promise you, you're gonna have lots of fun during the classes. If you don't have many chance to use Chinese in your real life, this class will be your best choice. Every class only has 5 students, and our next class will start next year. So if you don't want to wait for another 4 months, check more detailed information about 说说 Chinese group class August course in the description down below and book your spot right now. Okay, let's talk about the first word of today is 高兴. 高兴. 高兴 lasts for a short time. Usually there's a reason which makes you happy. And it is relatively easy to tell from the outside that you are 高兴. If I need to find an emoji for 高兴, I would go for this one. I will give you some scenarios and sentences for 高兴. 喂?
Sure, you're the best actress Oscar winner.
真的吗？我太高兴了。他高兴地哭了。他高兴地哭了。这是给我的吗？谢谢。他得到礼物以后，高兴极了。 他得到礼物以后，高兴极了。To make the differences even clearer, I will explain every word from the opposite side. Now let's talk about 不高兴. As I just said, 高兴 is easy to tell from the outside. So does 不高兴. For example, 这个孩子一不高兴就大哭。这个孩子一不高兴就大哭。我错了，别不高兴了好吗？ The second word is 开心。开心。If you're not a language nerd like me, who wants to use the words 100% accurately, many times 高兴 could be replaced by 开心。喂？真的吗？我太开心了。他得到礼物以后，开心极了。他得到礼物以后，开心极了。But since this video is talking about difference, let's all be language nerds and dive into the difference. 开心 could be short-term or long-term happiness. But unlike 高兴, 开心 could be deeper and it's more like the inner emotions, just like this emoji. Let's see some examples. 今天我们玩得非常开心。今天我们玩得非常开心。每次听到我的学生说谢谢，我都很开心。每次听到我的学生说谢谢，我都很开心。And what about 不开心？ Likewise, 不开心 is more quiet and less easy to tell. For example, 疫情这一年我都过得不太开心。疫情这一年我都过得不太开心。Now let's do some exercises. And don't forget to leave your answers in the comments down below. Likewise, if your answer is 100% correct, I will leave a heart on your comment. And hopefully it can make you 高兴 or 开心. The third word is 愉快. 愉快. It can be short-term or long-term. It also talks about the inner emotions and it's more formal than 高兴 or 开心. If I need to describe the feeling of 愉快, I would say it gives a relaxing feeling like this. I will give you some examples. 在大学的每一天，我都过得很愉快。在大学的每一天，我都过得很愉快。他们一边喝茶，一边愉快地聊天。他们一边喝茶，一边愉快地聊天。And since 愉快 is more formal than the other two, we use it in some formal situations. For example, 合作愉快。合作愉快。祝您旅途愉快。祝您旅途愉快。The negative word 不愉快 talks about the feeling or the atmosphere when you had a fight with somebody. I will give you some examples. 他们因为一点小事闹得很不愉快。他们因为一点小事闹得很不愉快。 我不想引起任何人不愉快。我不想引起任何人不愉快。The fourth word, 快乐, lasts longer than the first three words. And usually we use 快乐 to talk about personality. It's hard to find an emoji or a facial expression because it's a personality and it lasts long. I would say it's the same emoji as 高兴, but it is a long-term 高兴. It's like you have this 高兴 personality. For example, 有快乐的父母就会有快乐的孩子。有快乐的父母就会有快乐的孩子。Or 她是一个快乐的女孩，可今天不知道为什么有点不开心。她是一个快乐的女孩，可今天不知道为什么有点不开心。By the way, 快乐 is the word we use to give wishes. For example, 圣诞节快乐。圣诞节快乐。生日快乐。生日快乐。Likewise, 不快乐 has something to do with one's personality or long-term emotion. So, 不快乐 sounds a little bit serious. 如果你每天都觉得不快乐，你应该去看看心理医生。如果你每天都觉得不快乐，你应该去看看心理医生。跟他分手以后，我就不知道快乐是什么了。跟他分手以后，我就不知道快乐是什么了。The last word, 幸福。幸福 lasts for the longest time, and it is the deepest happiness. It talks about the happiness that goes through one's life. This can describe what is 幸福 to me. I will give you some other examples. 公主和王子从此过着幸福的生活。公主和王子从此过着幸福的生活。有没有钱和幸不幸福关系不大。有没有钱和幸不幸福关系不大。不幸福 also talks about life, an unhappy life. For example, 谁说离了婚就不幸福？谁说离了婚就不幸福？没有健康就不可能有幸福。没有健康就不可能有幸福。Okay, let's recap a little bit. 高兴 talks about a short-lived happiness, and it is easy to tell from the outside. 开心 is short or could be a bit longer, and it talks about the inner emotion and less easy to tell from the outside. 愉快 gives a relaxing vibe, and it can be used in some formal situations. 快乐 talks about one's personality, and we can also use 快乐 to give wishes. 幸福 talks about the longest and deepest happiness, and it is about life. If you think my videos are helpful, you can consider joining my group class and be friends with me and other classmates. Or at least you can hit the like button of this video. This will make me feel really 高兴 and 开心. And also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss out the great chance to improve your Chinese. I'm Shuo from 说说中文. I will see you in my next video. 再见.